Pastor Grant. It's great to be with you today. We are in our 7th installment of Reading and Rooted. It has flown by this summer. Hope that you have not only enjoyed it, but really have grabbed something each week, something to take you deeper into the Word as we stay connected with each other as a church this summer. So this week we are looking at the readings from this past Sunday, August the 10th, and there are two of the different passages that I really want to zero in on for us this week. The first comes out of Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 through 16. And I want to begin with the question. This is a question that we actually began with last week at a ministerial breakfast, and it's this: how has your faith journey been going? If you kind of take a step back and look at this summer, particularly in your faith and your walk with the Lord, how has it been going? How would you characterize it? What does that look like for you? How has it looked for you over the summer? Maybe Reading and Rooted, you're watching this, so maybe that's been a part of it, but how has that looked for you? And as one of the individuals said, they said, honestly, my faith has become kind of stagnant this summer. It's like it was a rushing river, and then if you can imagine, like just a stagnant, stale, still pool. And that's where this person felt like it's at. So it also is a good question for us as we take a step back and we talk about faith. Where do you struggle in your faith? Where are the challenges? What have been the challenges with you in your faith, in your relationship with Jesus? Where are the hard things? Because the reality is faith is hard. It's not always rainbows and sunshine all the time. It can be a tough slog sometimes. I've had that in my life. Maybe you have as well. So how about right now? What are the struggles for you? What has your faith journey looked like? The other piece of this Hebrews passage that I think is really important for us, it's one of the reasons why All Saints Day is so important to us at Victory, is that Hebrews chapter 12 talks about this great cloud of witnesses that surrounds us. And Hebrews chapter 11 that we're in right now talks about these different saints, these heroes of our faith, this great cloud of witnesses. And so I want you to think about this week, who is someone that you look up to in your faith? Who is someone that you look at their faith walk, and maybe it's a hero from the Bible, maybe it's a saint of the church, maybe it's somebody that you know, that you love, maybe it's a pastor, maybe it's a grandparent, a friend, whoever it is. But who's someone that you look up to in your faith? And what is it about their faith walk? Are there any attributes of their faith that you wish that you had in your own faith walk? I think it's so important for us to look at those who have gone before us and seek to imitate their example and to emulate them in their faith walk as well. That can really enrich and enliven our own. This Hebrews passage then ties us into our gospel reading. Gospel from St. Luke chapter 12, verses 22 through 34. And Jesus talks about casting our anxieties on him. He talks about don't worry. Don't worry about your life, what you will eat, what you will wear, and talking about having confidence and trusting in the Lord. And so I have a friend of mine who was involved in counseling, very similar to Lay Deacon Lindsay. And one of the things that she talked about was it's a good thing, a good exercise to actually list out all of your anxieties and your worries. This is something Jesus talks about in this passage. And so I want to encourage you to do that this week. What is it? Put it all out on paper. What are my anxieties? What are my concerns? And what are my worries? And then my friend said, look at that list. And is there a connection between these? Is there a similarity between all of these? Where do they come from? Where do these anxieties and worries that you have right now come from? So I would encourage us all to do that exercise this week. There's a scripture, there's a passage of scripture, and it says, it encourages us, it says, let us fall into the hands of the Lord, not into the hands of mere mortals, for equal to his majesty is his mercy. And so I want to think about that. In the midst of circumstance right now, in the midst of any struggles or challenges that you might have with faith, in the midst of anxieties, worries, stresses that are happening right now, how do you personally fall into the hands of the Lord? When you think about your life, your summer, your situation right now, whatever it might be, what are you asking of him right now? Because I want to encourage and remind each one of us that he's not far away, distant, just watching our lives happen. No, he's here. His presence is here. He loves you. He is involved and he is invested and he wants to walk with you. Just like those individuals on the road to Emmaus, where he was right in the midst of them, he wants to walk with you in the midst of your day-to-day life. And so what are you asking of him right now? God bless you all. Thank you for being a part of this Reading and Rooted initiative. I hope it's been helpful for you. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.